Hey everybody, coming at you live from out in the woods with, who do we have?
Hey,
Good old Nick. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you a neat little camp tree, and we're going to show you a couple of other neat ways of cooking. And there is a famous sausage that came from Alabama, and it's called Conecuh sausage. And people have said in the past, they've said, what is the greatest gift that Alabama has given the world? And they've said it's Conecuh sausage. And it's just, it's a good sausage. And there's a cool way of cooking it. You can you can pan fry it, but we're gonna bake it. And I'm gonna show you a real easy way of hanging a pot over a fire and baking with it, because there's a difference in cooking, broiling, baking, steaming, and baking is surrounding something in hot air. So we're going to surround the sausage in hot air. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of clear out a spot for where the fire is and build the fire and kind of get the fire going. And then we're going to get into some good sausage making. You fired up. Sausage and bacon, as a matter of fact. And we're going to have some coffee too. We're just going to have a merry old time. Anything you want to add?
no, other remember, if there's food, I'm here.
That's right. If it's a cooking video, he's here. All right, well, let's get this show on the road. Clear out a spot. What do we got in this bag here now? I have. Normally I carry 3/8 Rothco rope, but I found out, and I don't know if it's a new product or not, but Atwood has come out with a 1/4 inch camo rope. And this little thing is actually 50 feet. 50 feet of 3/8 is a whole lot bigger. So that's what we're going to use. And for now, let's see, we'll dig everything else out of the bag here in a minute. The only other thing that we're going to need is going to be a silky saw for gathering some wood. So let's go over here for a minute. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tie this thing about, let's see, we're going to tie it about probably head height. Yeah, I think about head height ought to work. So let's see. Let's pull this out. See, that's incredible right there. 50 feet of rope is small. Oh, look at that. There's a vine already right off the bat. That's a vine, and it's going to get me in a bad mood.
Ooh.
Let's just go ahead and do away with that right there.
I love those vines.
I hate vines. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
Oop. Sorry if the camera's wobbling. I'm standing on a log to film.
Huh?
I was apologizing for where the camera was wobbling because I'm standing on a log.
That log is going to be ours. Come on now. And after summertime, wasp and yellow jackets will come out of there. Man, I hate these things. But anyway, what are they going to do? It's always harder putting the machete in when you got a jacket. Alright, we got that taken care of. Let's go about right here. Wrap this thing around twice. Just like that. Alright. Leave a good tail on there so that it won't slip. There we go. Choke it right up against that tree. Now all I got to do is go to the other end and tie it off right above my head. That way we won't be bumping into it. Look at them birds up there, Nick.
Oh, let's see. There's one. Circling over there. Somewhere. Where is it?
Alright, now let's take a look and see what we got in the bag here. Alright, as usual, I've always got my little ground cloth here that I like using. So let's lay that down so we can keep an eye on what we have here. I have. Now let's go ahead and open it up the whole way. Alright, I got some paper towels because I'm going to get bacon on my hands. Flint and steel kit. Gerber multi-tool, I'm going to be needing that. A couple of coffee cups. Got Nick's percolator. Got Nick's percolator here. We're gonna need that here in a minute after we get this going. And then here we have a big pot. I don't know if I'm gonna need that or not. S-hook, probably won't. All right, that bag over there. Now, this is a common pie pan. All right, we got some coffee here. Perk coffee, Guatemala. I don't even know how to pronounce it. How you pronounce that, Nick?
I don't even know either.
And
Islam.
the funny thing, look at the side of the bag. Proudly roasted in Savannah, Georgia.
Huh.
So we're gonna have sausage from Alabama and coffee from Georgia.
I don't know.
All
Maybe
right,
it's
so we'll play that.
Islama. That's probably still wrong.
Islama or Zalama. I don't know. I think I can pronounce Guatemala.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still pronouncing it wrong.
I'm sure we both will. All right, what else we got in here? We got some brown sugar. Got some utensils. Got our coffee filters. And then we have, oh, okay, that wire. And cables. I don't think I'm going to need them. So what we're going to do, and a grill and a pan. So the first thing we're going to do is we got to find a location for our fire. Now I've carved up a pot holder. So we're going to see how this thing works. I may have to carve some more. Let's see. May have to carve some. See if that works. Carve 2 of them. Let's see. That one's going to be kind of. I carved 2 of them. I may have to carve another one for the coffee pot. Oh, wait a minute. No, I know why it's so short. Never mind. Okay, that was the idea behind this thing. If you're going to have a fire here, instead of using just a pot holder, you have to have a pot holder extension out of stainless steel. See? Just like that. That way right there, the flames coming from here won't affect your stick. So let's move this one over where we should have it. Let's have it about right here. That'll work. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to clear out a little spot right here. And that's where we'll have the fire. We're going to have a dual fire. We're going to have another place here for the coffee pot. Now this is what I like seeing. Down below it, the ground is nice and wet. I like that. Let's put a rock right here to where it's going to be the center of the fire. Now what I'm doing here is I'm making a base for the fire. Let's go one more. Right there. All right. Now a lot of people, when they use these pot hangers like this, they'll carve the notches to a point, but you want to carve them flat like a dovetail when you're using a cord as a ridge line. And one other thing that I want to show you real quick while I'm thinking about it here. All right, I'm going to hold that just like that. The other thing I want to show you is the way this sags. You want to put a couple of extra ridge lines up above it, and that way the more weight you put on this, the more it pulls down. Then that way you can take like a hook or maybe even some paracord and you'll lift it up and grab another line. And as more weight gets put on it, you can reach up and you grab another line. So I think that's what we're going to go with right there because we're going to have some weight on this thing. But for now what we're going to do is we're going to have, I'm going to set where the fire is going to be. And see, a lot of people talk about having a ground fire and it hurting, possibly catching the roots on fire under the ground. So what I like to do is I like to lay down a bed of logs or sticks or something on here before I do anything. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the fire going before we do anything else. Alright, and see the beauty of this right here now is all you got to do is slide this to the side and get the fire going. Alright? And because I want to get the fire going first so that I can get it down to coals before we prepare all the food. I may prepare the coffee pot first though and have it ready to go. Alright? Oh, Nick, one other thing, while I'm preparing the coffee pot, you have firewood duty.
Yay.
Yay.
Woo.
Woo. Alright. I'll make the coffee and you go find some firewood.
Alrighty.
Get this coffee pot here taken care of. Put in a little water to start with. This will also help me see how much weight is going to be in there. How much it's going to pull the cordage down. Right there should be good. Alright, now let's take one filter. A lot of people don't use filters, but that's for if you've got coarse ground. And I've got fine, reasonably fine ground. So what I'm going to do is just poke a hole in here. Like that. These things work better if they're wet. Just like that. Let's open up the coffee. Put this in here like this. Just like that. Dump a little coffee in. It smells so good. That's pretty coarse ground. Put this on. Just like that. And voila. Coffee's ready to go. He's got us a mountain of wood now and he's back behind the camera. And I've decided before I get the fire going, I'm going to go ahead, since I did the coffee pot, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the sausage. Because I don't want to, it's going to take a while for it to cook, I think. And I don't want to dilly-dally around with it. So let's pull this out and take a peek here. All right. I got this at Publix. So I don't know how far up north Publix goes, but all around the south Publix should carry these. I got regular old Oscar Mayer hardwood smoked bacon, and then of course I got the brown sugar.
And before you ask, no, these companies are not sponsors.
No, they're not sponsors. We just bought the stuff. And another thing is I wanted to go ahead and get this done, and so that I could wipe my hands of the raw bacon and everything and just not have to deal with it anymore and know that I'm not going to touch this stuff anymore. But this is the Conecuh sausage. It's 1 pound of it. Alright, so let's see. We're going to eat off these green plates, and I'm going to prepare them on these yellow plates here. So let's do this. Alright, and I have my stainless steel knife here, which I'll be using. So let's do this. Let's see. Let's rip this open. Now see, my hands are already slimy.
Fine.
So what I'm going to do, I really need a bigger working surface here. What I'm going to do here is, let's lay a piece of bacon on each one. No, it's going to take 2 plates. Can you see from where you're at, Nick?
Yeah, I can see everything.
Alright. Did you hear somebody screaming a minute ago?
Thought they did.
I guarantee you that's those guys back there with that 4-wheel drive truck. You know what? They got a big old 4-door diesel 4-wheel drive truck Usually there's nobody back here, but they're back there. I can hear them screaming. I'm glad we're not near them. All right,
More than just us are having fun in the woods.
yeah,
Am I right?
exactly. But they're having fun digging deep ruts and things in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's take. I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 here. All right, let's cut this open. This is kind of vacuum sealed. Now, Nick has never had Conecuh sausage. I had it at work. I had a coworker tell me about it one time. So now I don't know how much this is going to take. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut a piece off. All right, we're going to cut a piece off, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this bacon here. I'm going to cut the end of it off.
And you're going to wrap the sausage with bacon.
Yes, this is what
Wow,
you
you're
do.
actually doing that. I was being sarcastic.
Oh yeah, this is what you do. Is look, you take it like this and you wrap it around, just like that. And then when you get to the end, you cut it off, just like that. All right, so there's one. This is going to be a short one. They need to be. I should have cut that right in the middle. Right in the middle. Let's cut the next one. I'm going to cut that tip off right there. Let's go ahead and cut this one like this. And let's try that one. Let's wrap this one in bacon. Just like this. Like that. Now I wonder if that's going to be long enough. That one's going to be curved. We're going to wrap this one in bacon like this. Yeah, that one piece is going to be kind of short. Let's go ahead and get another piece of bacon right here while we're at it. This one's going to be double wrapped in bacon. All right, now the idea behind baking is surrounding by hot air. Okay? So what we're going to do is, instead of putting it on the bottom of this pan here, now remember, we are not going to eat off of these yellow plates because that has had raw bacon on it. Instead of putting it in the bottom of this big pot here, what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the bottom of the pan like that, and then we're going to put a grill on it so that there's an airspace underneath and we won't be touching it. So let's put this like this like this, this like this, and this like this. And now another good thing about this is you'll be catching some of the bacon grease in this pan, so later you can either use that grease or you can fry eggs with it.
Mm-hmm. Or you can just drizzle it back over top.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the idea behind baking. See, it's not touching the bottom, but there'll be hot air under it. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to put some fire right here on this. All right, and then we're going to hang it right here on this metal hook here. See? Now I'm going to try to refrain. I need to, let's see right here a minute. I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. And see, what I got to do now is I'm going to slide it right over the fire just like that. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a fire going. Right after I wash this bacon off my hands. Now something very, very important that I forgot, it completely slipped my mind, was the brown sugar part. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put, I'm not real sure, I don't know if I can just sprinkle it on it or what, because brown sugar doesn't sprinkle oil. So what I think I'm going to do, let's see, I got a yellow spoon here. Let's take this spoon here, and what I'm going to try to do, because this just kind of makes it, we're just going to sprinkle a little bit over the top right here. This is all going to melt off. It'll glaze over and melt off. You just got to be, look at all that. Oh me. Yeah, a lot of this will melt off. Just going to put like a nice coating of it on there because it's going to liquefy. Now how's that look, Nick? Have we got enough brown sugar on there?
I'm too busy thinking about the greasy, sugary water fluid that's going to be at the bottom.
The greasy, sugary water that's going to be at the bottom. You're right. Let's put a little bit right over here, a little bit over here, and then just dump the rest in. All right, so what we're going to do now, let's move this out of the way. See if I can get this back in there without destroying it, dropping it, dumping it over. All right, let's put that in there. Okay, now we're good to go. There you go. Don't that look good? All right. Now, without much more dilly-dallying, can you see the fire from there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Where's that flint and steel kit? All right, we're going to try flint and steel today. Oh, that coffee, this thing ain't in the way.
Nah.
All right, let's take some grass.
Unless I want to look at you.
You gonna scoot over just a little bit?
I'm gonna scoot over.
I'm ripping up some cattail fluff. I'm gonna take about half of this, and I'm gonna put it all inside here because I'm gonna be making a bed for my char cloth. This way, you don't even hardly have to blow on it. You just take the char cloth and put it on there, and this was made, look, it looks like a snake. This was made by my buddy Jerry at Jerry's Outdoors. Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors. So let's take a piece of this. Let's move this out of the way. Find a good sharp edge. It's not too bad. All right, see if we can catch a spark on it. And yet, getting kind of close to my finger. There it goes.
Help if it wasn't windy.
Help if I wasn't blind too.
Oof.
I don't think that edge is sharp enough. Let's try this edge.
Oof.
There we go. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's glowing.
Woo! Gosh, starting to get hot. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to put this down inside here, and you don't even have to blow on it.
Unless it went out while you're holding it in front of the camera.
Nah, char cloth don't go out. Unless I've smothered it.
Can't tell. Oh, I wasn't pointing at it. No, there it is, yeah.
Because if you just have a flame, that cattail fluff will just go up like quick.
Mm-hmm. Bet your hands are going to be warm in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute they will. I hope I didn't kill it. Alright, let's try this method.
Lighter fluid.
No. You love lighter fluid. I wonder if there was some moisture in the cattail. Yeah, the cattail fluff's not wanting to catch on.
Huh. Put a leaf on it. Man, that's weird.
That's about the 5th time cattail fluff has let me down.
You know, it never lets you down. Lighter fluid.
Yeah, lighter fluid and a ferro rod. Alright, so whoa, God, let's turn that upside down. Now to make this last longer, we're going to put some tree bark on it, and that tree bark will allow me time to break up a bunch of little sticks and put it on it.
Man, that feels good.
Yeah, you can feel the heat from it already.
Yeah, when we came out here, it was 25 out here.
I know, 25 Fahrenheit.
Feels like it was 19 because there's a couple gusts every now and then.
Yep. Now see, if I would have had just the grass, this thing would have gone out. But I added the tree bark on top, and the tree bark allowed me a minute to get some of these smaller sticks on here. See, once we get the smaller sticks on, then we can move our way up to the larger sticks. Hopefully this fire is going to spread out a little bit. And we're here monitoring it, so it ain't like it's going to get out of hand. But all these dry sticks here we got off the ground. Alright, I think we're going to have a good sustainable fire here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're going to be good to go here. So now what I want to do is in a minute is I want to take some of that wood that Nick batoned up, and I want to put the batoned wood on it. Now another reason is these flames at the at the inception of this fire is the flames are liable going to get so high.
Like that?
Yeah, like that. That's the reason. That's another reason for the rope ridge line to be up so high. So now the way you spread a fire out like this from this point is what you want to start doing is take some of this batoned wood and putting it on it and letting it catch. And then you can move that to the sides. And see, that way you can move this stuff around. I really should be wearing my leather gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Now in the summertime, that cattail fluff just goes up like you wouldn't believe. All right, so this batoned wood is going pretty good now. So what I'm going to do that, all right, I'm going to let that go for a minute.
Where do you see the heat radiate? I can't see it on the viewfinder, but I don't know if you might can see it on the computer screen at home. All the heat radiating off of this.
Probably can.
Because it's so cold out here, it's very easy to see that.
All right, now as far as moving a fire, what you want to do is this. Put some small sticks down on this end, like that. And then you want to take 2 Y sticks like this, and you want to grab a couple of these things that are already burning real good and just move them over like that. And see, that's how you kind of spread a fire out a little bit, just like that right there. See that right there? Just reach over here and grab some of these and pull these over. Alrighty. And any leaves or anything over here, kind of throw it on. Alright, now I'm going to put my gloves on. Now the next thing you want to do, put a couple of more small sticks over here on this end. Man, that fire's getting hot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move a coal log over here. Put some more over here. A lot of people are interested in the different ways of making fire.
I mean, I personally am a great fan of lighter fluid.
I know you are, Nick. All right,
I mean, you know, just squirt a little on and drop a match on it, and boom, there it goes.
Now what we want to do is we want to start putting some of this stuff on here. Woo! God, it's hot. Even with the sticks, it's hot.
Yeah, I can feel all the way over here. Kind of.
Yeah, because it's blowing that way. This is a good way of dealing with a fire without getting burnt. And see, what we're going to do is we're wanting to get these. The reason all these are cut short is because we're wanting to take these rounds and get them going, and then I'm going to set them on top of the bacon. And see, if you have to, you can put. You don't want
The
that to
flaming
happen.
log on the leaves.
Yeah, you want flaming logs on the leaves. Now, see, that's another reason for batoning stuff. You know, it keeps things from rolling around everywhere.
That's extra work for me, and you know me. You know, that added extra time that we weren't cooking and eating.
That's right. I said we're going to have a roaring fire going here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and put this big one on there. Hey, somebody cut that before, didn't they? Did you find that laying on the ground?
I think it just kind of broke.
I don't know. That looks cut, Nick. I think somebody's been out here. Alright. Let's put that one there.
I don't know, I was just sawing it and chunking it.
Alright. Put that in there. Alright, we got a good fire going now.
Alright.
Alright. Let's put a couple more smaller pieces here. This will be down to coals in no time. Let's go ahead and move the coffee pot over. Right there. We'll have some good coffee here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's move this over here.
Log's foaming over here.
Logs what?
The log foaming over here.
Let's put another one right here in the middle.
What?
Now, as soon as those things turn all black looking, I'll set them up on top here. Oh, something else here. When you're baking like this, another thing that'll speed it along is if you'll lay a little bed across the top. Like that. And there's one right there. Look at that. Let's set this back in the middle until we're ready for it.
Whoop.
Look at that.
You're gonna light the whole forest on fire.
I know I am, ain't I? Woo, that fire.
This video is
hot.
going to become incriminating evidence.
That's right. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this. Let's put this one up on top. Just like that. And then take some of these. Put these on. Just like that. Now what I need to do is I need to get a little more. I need some more smaller pieces on there. How's that looking, Nick?
Good.
Now let's get a coal out of here and set it on here. Now normally when you have these, when you're doing this with a pie pan like this,
I don't think the top's staying lit though.
it'll go in a minute.
So
put these
one
coals
log
on
going
here.
on it, but
Normally if you completely fill up the top of that pie pan, by the time all those logs burn off the top completely, it'll be ready to eat. Are you feeling the heat from the fire where you're at?
yeah. When I have my hood on, it channels it in and it feels great.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Alright. So we just got to wash some of these leaves around here. And there you go. Now you see why I'm using this metal strap right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that fire plenty going good like it should now, especially up on the top. I'm hearing the percolator start to make some noise, but it's not perking yet.
Now let's That's the sausages in there.
Yeah, I hear the sausages in there cooking.
Yeah, that's what's making that noise.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to be done until all that's cooked off the top. Now, the way I've got this with a pie pan on the top, and what that pot is that's the I think it's called it's the Boy Scout set. I think it's the Master Trail set or Master Trail Chef set or something. But that's the big pot from it right there. And what it is you just put a common pie pan on it, a thick pie pan, and then you can put a fire on top of it. And it makes a great baking oven. And anything you need to put in there, you put another pan inside it to get that to get your food off the bottom. Now you can bake some excellent bannock or bread or rolls in a setup like that. And it does a great job, a fantastic job. All right, I'm gonna move another piece of wood right here. Put this right over here under it, just like that.
Might need to shift the fire under the perk because I think the wind's keeping it off of it.
Oh, there it goes, Nick.
Oh,
See? Now you get to use that.
yeah, I see it.
You get to use that zoom like you like to use, and zoom in on that perk right there.
Yep. Let's see here. There we go.
Yep, there we go. I think I'm gonna move it. Move another piece of wood over there. All right. Coffee.
Yep.
All right, now you can try to use leather gloves for it, but I'm gonna show you how I like to pour it with a pot hanger and a pair of multi-tool here. You just grab it.
Yeah, it's ready.
It's ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we usually get it off when it starts bubbling over.
Okay. Let's see. Pour just a little bit out. Oh yeah, look how dark it is. Look at that. And see, you poured it. You getting that on camera, Nick?
Yeah. Zoom in on that.
All right. And see, I'm holding on to it. Just like that. Just like that right there. On that ring on the back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the upper line. Nah, right there. Yeah, that ought to be high enough to keep it warm. Now look at that. That thing's still percolating from the heat.
Huh.
Wonder how hot it is that high up. Yeah, it's still hot. Here, let's move it up one more notch. That's another idea behind having the extra notches in your stick. All right, now you want to look at this here and see if this is done?
Sure.
All right, now this fire is roaring, raging hot, so I'm gonna have to wear a glove. Oh man, those look good. I think they're done, if not burnt.
Ah. I love burnt food.
Oh man, well see, I didn't know.
Hey, it doesn't
Because
matter.
that ain't even burnt off the top. Normally it's done when it's burnt off the top. All right, so let's do this. Let's take this. Oh, it burnt my eyes.
Oh, the bacon.
Yeah, the bacon's burnt to a crisp.
Oh. Yeah, sausage looks okay.
Well, dang it.
I'll pick the bacon off, but sausage looks fine to me.
Let's see. Yeah, that is burnt to a crisp. I had no idea it would be that bad. Dadgum almighty, Nick.
Ooh.
That is burnt to a crisp.
I'll try a piece.
Let it cool for a minute. Man, well, we know the sausage is going to be good. I wonder. Oh, look, the bottom. hey, the bottom will be okay. That's what we'll do. We'll just eat it from the bottom up. Evidently, the fire from the top was too hot.
Well, it didn't even look like it was going most of the time.
Yeah, I know, it didn't. It tricked me. Oh, yeah. Now, see, the bottom of it is going to be okay.
Golden crisp.
That's burnt.
Well, no, they
Right
didn't
there.
make it, but
Well, this is the first time I did it, but that shows you the efficiency of how hot this thing can be.
mm-hmm.
All right, we'll let that cool for a minute, and then we're going to chow down, see what it tastes like.
Oh yeah, let's get a look at the inside of that sugar water.
Oh, it burned it. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of liquid in it.
Oh, come on. I was going to drink that. Seriously.
There's a little bit in there.
Okay, here, I'll let it cool down
Yeah.
first.
See, that's what happens is it was so cold out here that I decided to really get the fire going hot. And I guess we left it on there too long. But we'll let that cool there and then we'll eat it in a minute.
The ultimate test. Can a Mora cut through it?
Oh, that's hot. Woo! That's hot, 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 man. But that flavor's good. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna cut a piece off right here.
So it is, well, no.
Now the inside, the sausage itself is
Cutting like it's not burned.
It is not burnt on the inside. It is delicious looking on the inside. Oh, it's so hot I can't touch it. Hold on. Yes, the bacon is burnt, and I was thinking to myself, I was just telling Nick a minute ago off camera, I was pretty depressed how the bacon got burnt. But the inside is absolute perfection.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here goes. Mm. Oh, man. That is delicious.
Mm-mm.
Now, the bacon is cooked. That is a perfect bite of bacon right there. This will be what determines what the brown sugar and bacon does to the sausage by this one bite.
Wonder if the brown sugar caused the bull that burned the tops. To explain why the
right.
tops are burned and the bottoms aren't that bad.
You're exactly right, because it was 10 times the fire underneath. Dang.
Guess no brown sugar next time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to try that again then.
That's fantastic. All right, Nick, your turn.
All
Let me
right. Give me that, yeah, middle one right there.
Give me a cut into it, or are you just going to try to take a bite of it? I think it's too hot. Let me do this.
Yeah, just cut off a little sliver.
Cut off this part, and then I'm going to cut it down the middle. Ooh, it's hot. It's been off for the fire for a while. This top piece is going to be knee buckling.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, this top part, Nick. This one. All right. Let me have. Ooh, hold this.
All right.
All right, now hand me the camera. All right. Little top of the All right, Nick.
All
Let's
right.
see.
So
Let me pull this down.
first, I'm gonna try this little sliver right here. Wow, that's really good.
It is good. It's amazing. It's amazingly good.
Now you can definitely tell the bacon off of that part was burned, but yeah, that was really good actually. Very juicy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you're right, Nick. I think you're right. Where's mine at?
Okay, bacon was good on that bite.
I think it's the brown sugar that burnt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Next time we're going to cook it, and I'm going to pull the lid off and sprinkle a little brown sugar on it towards the end. The very tip's not good. A guy at work told me about this, So this was my first try. So I don't know, dude. You ain't got to go crazy with it.
Trying to see. I don't know.
What?
Because the bacon, I'm looking at the bacon on it, trying to tell if it's actually burned thoroughly. Because I don't think it is.
So
It's still a little burnt
you're right.
on
The
it.
inside's not. It's the brown sugar. That's what
Yeah.
it is. I think coffee's good enough to drink now. Oh. It may be still be too hot.
I just think it's the outer edge, yeah. Because I bet those are fine too, even though they look horrible. But
Well, let's take a look. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay.
curved ones definitely.
Let's give the birds something to eat.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that I think the bacon's actually good, but
You're right.
just the very, very outermost layer of it is kind of burned.
Yeah. Here, let's do this. Where's that knife at? Yeah, it's a lesson learned. I haven't put brown sugar much on cooking.
It also tastes.
Let's just eat the burnt part. There's a burnt part. Let me try it and see.
Oh, I can see there's a glaze coming off of it, so it's definitely the brown sugar. I left my finger off of it. I would say we put the brown sugar on it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it actually turned out well.
Mm-hmm. It looked worse than it looked bad, but tasted good. Mm-mm. Conecuh. All right. Anything you want to add, Nick?
Like I already said, I would put the brown sugar on it again.
Yeah. That's all right.
Because, like they always say, looks can be deceiving.
Yeah.
You know, you look at it, you're shocked. No, it's burned.
I was shocked. Because, you know, normally when I cook bannock or bread in a setup like that, it takes forever. All right, you want to try the coffee?
Oh yeah, I do.
It may still be hot. Ooh, it's hot.
Well, I mean, without a doubt,
Yeah,
the edges
it's
are
hot.
burned, but
Here, grab it. I wished I'd have brought those vacuum cups that we have. See, it's hot. That's why I hate these old-fashioned metal cups.
even
But
the
it's-
handle's kind of hot.
It was just what I grabbed at the time. It's pretty good, though.
It's a little hot, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. All right. I guess we're going to go. We're going to finish chowing down on the rest of this. And I may, since the fire's going, I may just put, I don't know, I may put the other one on there if we have time. But anything you want to add?
No,
All right.
other than I kind of want to try cinnamon on it next time.
Cinnamon.
I don't know why, but sometimes I get brown sugar and cinnamon mixed up because they look like,
Yeah.
but they're both good, so I kind of want to try cinnamon next time.
Well, cinnamon has flavor but not sweet. The brown sugar has flavor and sweet. So, yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. But anyway, you don't understand these things until you actually get out and do it. Light a campfire, put some stuff in the pan or a pot, and get to cooking and see for yourself. Test. See what works. This is a new recipe for me, and I think the second go around is going to be really good because I'll know to check it earlier, because this ain't baking bannock. This ain't baking bread. This is cooking meat. So, hope you had fun. Hope you learned something, and we shall see you in the next one.
See you next one.
I can't leave you like that with that video. Now, everybody knows that I don't edit stuff out and I keep it as real as possible. So, we went out and tried it and I let the stuff cook a little too long. So, I'm going to redeem myself here real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on. It's raining. I'm going to put this on with no brown sugar, and when it's almost done, I'll sprinkle some brown sugar on it. I got a fire going under a tarp right here. So that should tell y'all how much I love y'all guys. cut the burn end off of one, just a very end burn. And I found out something. The brown sugar just kind of crystallized. It didn't melt. So I think next time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay the bacon out, put the brown sugar on, and then roll the bacon around the sausage with the brown sugar inside. So let's give it a taste here. Not burnt. It's cold out here. The other day it wasn't raining, so you couldn't see our breath. There was no moisture in the air. Okay, now. I found these other ones. This stuff crystallized. It's a crunchy. It's real crunchy, but I think what happened is the bacon grease dripped down in the bottom and flamed up and caused it to burn. You ever heard of brown sugar and bacon? I guess that's where this idea came from. Gotta try this. For real. We shall see you in the next one. Crisped right off. Thank you. Let's see what this is. Right there. See? That part's not completely done.